designs. I haven't been organised recently, so I've made some inserts for my large planner, and I've made some Laura Ashley upside down. And I do like the bullet journaling on here, so I started that yesterday. And that's my desk diary. So now I need to make one that I can kind of take about with me. And I said I like the bullet journaling, so I found some squared paper. Now this is very slightly nicer, and it's a bit more expensive, but it's the Rhodia, and I do like this square, and it's just a little bit nicer than normal file folder squared paper, but squared paper's £1 or £2 for this size. It's the same size. It's A4 printer paper size. Goes in an A4 folder, which is about 11.5 by 8.25. But the beauty of it is, and I found, oops, sorry about that. I found these little books which were perfect. They're thin, they're ready-made. I can just throw them in, but they're the perfect size. So I've opened this up and measured to here, and I'm thinking 5 might do, if I do 5 at a time. Now in the past what I've done is I've folded them in half and I've had a flap on each page, but it actually drove me a bit nuts. I didn't want to waste this piece here, so this piece I can, because it's just, I don't like to waste anything. So if you fold that and fold that over, every page has got a flap, so you could have your page in midori, open the flap, and then have the diary, to-do list, and then you could have things you need to buy, a shopping list to buy, or a wish list in that month, or anything you want. You can have 3 lists on each side instead of 2. But I think that drove me a little bit crackers. Yes, I'm going to take it off, because if I take it off, see, it's glued on there, but it's not glued now. I don't want to waste it. Now I've had a thought. Handbag. I've had a thought. No, it's a bit short. I was going to make it into, I could make it into, now you can tell the difference. You can tell the, oh, my just coming off. You can tell the difference. This is ordinary cheapy paper, and this is the really nice quality paper. And there is a difference, and this is just the file paper that you get to put in your files with holes in it. So there's a difference, and this is just that little bit nicer. So if I use that, I've got at least a page that I can use, and then I've probably got this little bit folded down as maybe a flap. I don't know what the dog's doing. So I haven't managed to put holes in that yet, so I've got my bullet journaling in my little file of facts. I've got my midori that I'm going to take around in my art book bag, and then I have my desk diary for the house, for all sorts of things. So I'll bring it up here. And these are very rough. These are very rough and ready. I mean, I could put them in the back. I might do that. We'll see how it goes. So they're ready just to fold. So I'm going to do 5 at a time. And I can measure that, so we want to measure that as 90. Is that 90? Yes, I measure that as 90. That's right. Anything to do with not measuring is fine by me. And we'll do another 90. Another 5, sorry, one. Make sure that you get them square, and you've got to make sure that you get them all together. So that's given me 20, but when I've folded it, it's going to give me a nice chunky book. But that's 40 pages. I'm going to go for a few more, I think. I do like chunky books, especially if you're making them yourself, because you know you can make them really chunky where you can't buy them chunky, so it's always a good idea. So you keep going until you think that's going to be a chunky book in my Midori. I think that's probably going to be enough. I've got some old covers that I've used, so we can just see how that fits in. That's going to fit in there quite nicely. That's the cover from the original block, the 375, but it's just that bit nicer paper. But in 375 you get quite a few books out of there, so you know, So I can pop that away, and I can slide that away, and then you can put 3 holes in it, and so 3 holes make a cover, or you can, so I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't know how I've got in there, but I'm going to put these at the back. Now these actually will go in here. I'm thinking, are they going to go in here? No, they won't. But I can put them at the back. I'm not going to go anywhere particularly. I haven't really sorted this out. I've got all sorts of things in here to sort, but they'll go in the back. I've got my sketchbook. I've got my lined book, which again is just, what I did with that is I just took 3 or 4 of these to pieces and pushed them together. One thing I will do is can't find my nice burn folder. The one thing I will do is I will crease it. And then that's just going to give that a little bit better crease. And then you don't need to, if it's going in a midori, if it's just going to be a book, then you do need to fasten it together. But if it's going in a midori, you don't have to bother. You can round the corners off and neaten it, but this, I use this every day. This is going to have a lot of use. And being bullet journaling, find the middle one. There's a bit of an edge on there, but it's not going to bother me too much. I can stick that in there, and that wobbly edge here is not going to bother me. If it bothers you, cut it off. If it doesn't bother you. Oh dear, come and sit down, please. Thank you. Thank you, Alfie. Go sit down. Thank you. That's a good boy. Oh, hi, Muesli. Welcome to Bunny's Designs. Sorry, I was miles away. Oh, dear. I've now got my foot caught in a wire. I'm just going to sort my bullet journaling out. So I have that joint to there. So I will put this one through the centre, and I'm going to be using this the most. I do have a green one, and if you put a little hole at this side here, half a puncture hole and half a puncture hole here, it will protect it. So if I just slide that one into there, and I've folded this up, it's a piece of craft paper. So they're not particularly sewn. And then this is in the middle one. So I've got 2 elastic bands holding those together. This one sits in the middle. I do have quite a lot in there, but I did actually slim it down a few years ago so that I could use it. But I'm not using this as my everyday, as in carrying around in my handbag. This is going in my art bag, so in the car, around. So that means I can now open this up. I have my art journal for art ideas, very similar to the other one. I have my bullet journal for everything else, and then I have my sketchy, scribbly, if I want to be arty. And that's it. I picked this up from and I've also got these now as rubbish, as throwaway every today do list. I cut the end of this little bag, this little pocket. So I've got a pocket at one side, and although it's opened because it's trapped at the back, I have an open pocket at that side. So if I really wanted, I could trim these down. But I'm going to pop those in the back because they're going to give me, and I do have, this is quite pretty. I've kept this from something or other. I think it was a card. So I've got now a little pack of shopping lists, daily to-do lists, throw away, chuck away, everyday lists. I've got my bullet journal, which is going to last me a while, so there's going to be things in there that I don't really want to throw away every day. So daily lists that are going to be in there, monthly and weekly lists there. This is for monthly things that's going to last me a good couple of months, because there's about 80 pages in there. Gosh, he's escaped. Come here, Alf. So that's what I wanted to show for this one. And with a bit of jiggery pokery. And I have 2 of these. So I have one in my index, which is normally about the 3rd page in. And I have one in my monthly tasks. And I need to just maybe jiggery poke about a bit to make these 2 a little bit looser, so this one can sit inside. But I do have then a weekly, daily, throwaway lists. I've got my sketchbook because I've just got to get that bit organised now. Oh, that's delightful. Right, so that one's finished. So thank you. I'm going to stop the video, and thank you for, that's just a very quick video of my 3 planners and what's in them. Thank you for watching.